Okay, here we are in the lobby of the United Nations. Now, as we asked yesterday and today for the opportunity to have information about the meeting of 3 representatives of Paul Biya's government, Paul Biya, who's been in power in Cameroon for 34 years, at least, with Deputy Secretary-General Amina J. Mohammed. This comes as part of a tour widely described as the Apologia Tour, if that's pronouncing it right. It's an attempt by the Paul Biya government, after having been faced very little UN criticism for cutting off the internet for 94 days in the Anglophone zones, for locking up even former UN legal advisor Agbor Balla. It's an attempt to spin the UN further, as if they needed the spinning. But let's see. There's only really one other way out. There's only one other way out. And it requires the collaboration of the UN, because the pass doesn't work. My pass won't work anymore there. Maybe they found a friendly journalist. That's what Englap Sang found. A whole group, a whole organization, or at least executive committee. And if they didn't agree with what was done in their name, they should have said so. Wait a second, guys, this could be it. Are those the guys? I think it is. Can somebody tell me? I'm going to answer. Monsieur, vous êtes de Cameroun?
Oui, oui.
La réunion, c'était bien ou non?
Très bien.
C'était très bien?
Oui, c'est quel organe aussi?
Inner City Press.
Ok. Oui, c'était très bien.
C'est à parler de Felix Agbor Balla? Ce sont des questions? C'est à parler de Felix Agbor Balla, de libérer Agbor Balla. Non, c'était un officiel des Nations Unies, non? C'était un avocat des Nations Unies. Dans la mission en Afghanistan, dans la mission... Oh, ok. Ok, merci. Okay, then. Their answer was that Felix Agbor Balla, the imprisoned UN official, was not part of this meeting. Okay, we're gonna call this one a quits so that this can work. You've seen it here. It took an hour, but we did ask them questions here in the UN lobby. And we're going to end it in this fashion. The UN is disgusting, and the UN is corrupt. This now, here we are in the UN lobby. We've just waited an hour and spoken to the Cameroon delegation, who seemed extremely happy with their meeting with Amina J. Mohammed, formerly an official of Mr. Ban Ki-moon, now one with Antonio Guterres. Under both regimes, the press has been thrown in the street and remains restricted. These guys at least tried to answer, but that was Elvis. I know, I recognized him from tweeting his face a number of times. They said Felix Agbor Balla was not part of this meeting, and that's disgusting, because Felix Agbor Balla is a former UN legal advisor in Afghanistan who's been imprisoned for nonviolent advocacy. So that was disgusting. To be continued. I'm awaiting an update, I think, from you about Cameroon. You'd said that you would have something on Monday on this visit, and I'm asking because the Paul Biya government has also sent similar trios to Brussels, where they were met with protests, to South Africa, where they didn't meet opponents. So here at the UN, who are they going to meet with?
My understanding is that they will meet with the Deputy Secretary-General.
Do you know what day?
No, we can find out.
Will it be on her schedule, and is there some way to either get a readout?
We'll see what it'll be. I mean, there's no well.
She's done some photo ops.
Clearly, if I'm saying it, if I'm confirming it publicly,
okay.
It'll be on her schedule, and we'll see what comes out of the meeting.
Can it be a photo op as well?
We'll see what comes out. Yep.
Why does the UN have to throw the press that wants to cover it in the street? We covered the UN for 3 days from a park across the street. Why? Because when we came back, it was a Friday that Deputy Chief McNulty and 8 guards pushed Inner City Press out the gate. No resistance offered. There's not even an allegation of that. This was for 3 weeks previously, covering a meeting in the press briefing room. which is apparently owned by Stephane Dujarric. He can lend it to anyone that he chooses with no paperwork. Disgusting. We came back and were told that we're banned from the UN worldwide. Geneva, Vienna, Bangkok, Addis Ababa. And so we covered the UN from a park. That's how they roll with the UN. No show upstairs. Critics in the park. And as DPI says, at least you're still in the building now through the tourist entrance. Absolutely. At least. Hello. So we remain here in our stakeout, behind the blue robe. Who is the VIP? Who's the VIP now?